Ralph here, and welcome to True Power Trumpet Fitness on this magnificent Monday here in Connecticut. Life's good, campers. Life is good. Anyway, let's get right to it. You saw the thumbnail, Horst and Harry. All right? I'll get into that in a minute, but man, there are some similarities there, aren't there? Aren't there? How they influence each other, I don't even know. Maybe some of these Dions and Triscaris and Nicks and all them of the world have a little more insight into the whole thing. But I'll give you my thoughts. Anyway, I have played quite a bit, so we'll see if we have anything left. And about 310 swings. I'll get up to 400 today. And yeah, life's good. We'll talk about Horst and Harry. Ease with ease. Anyway, ease with ease, and a little winding road through the Hummel Concerto. Anyway, Horst and Harry. Now, let's start here. Did a little Wikipedia action. And Harry, 1916 to 1983. Okay? Horst, 1930 to 1988. Anyway, slight glitch. So, yeah. So Harry was older than him. Okay, by about 25, 27 years. So Harry was a star when Horst was born. Okay? So I'm thinking if anybody influences anybody, Harry is influencing Horst. Fair enough? Okay, now for all you young guys, you're not gonna be able to boggle this. But that, my God, 1930, world wars were going on and Iron Curtains and all this sort of stuff. And it was not just Germany was not just this free and easy capitalist environment and all this sort of stuff with this exchange of ideas with the West and you know, art forms. No. It just didn't happen. The only thing that I can think of is that Horst got a hold of a couple Harry James albums when he was young. That's all I can think of. He was influenced by somebody. Chances are it was not the same thing. There was probably trumpet players in Germany that Horst idolized, and Harry, you know, the same thing. So to try to put those together, but their playing is remarkably similar. And I have a link down below of the Harry James concerto, and that will come into it. That will come into it later, but that Harry, it sounded like the Flight of the Bumblebee to start. But anyway, now, the cool thing about it is we have a connection to them, guys. This 1SB mouthpiece was directly copied from aspects of their two mouthpieces. Horst Fischer's hunting mouthpiece and Harry's Parduba double cup. The The rim, I believe, is from Horst, and the rest is from Charlie Shavers. Guys, Charlie Shavers, Horst, Harry. What do you think Jerry was driving at, man? It's the greatest mouthpiece. I call it the Mona Lisa, or just for short, Mona. From now on, this is Mona. Anyway, now, also there's a difference. Harry was pretty much a star right from the beginning. Now, hear me out. Both his parents, his father was a band leader in the circus. His mother did something else. And Harry, at a very, very young age, was working at the circus as a contortionist. Now, this is just my mind working, okay? Nothing that I can prove or whatever. Contortionist, you kidding me? I mean, he was riding around on an elephant with his ankles behind his head, right? Now, if you think of our PNF, if you think of our kettlebells, that's not a stretch for me anyway, to think that's where he got the compression in his body. All right? Anyway, Horst was very, very small, 5'5", okay? And again, their sounds are so remarkably similar. Two of my favorite things that I ever heard in my life, and you know I like the high notes and, you know, Ace, but two things. Jerry, I told you this before, Jerry had a cassette recording of Horst Fisher playing taps. And it was one of the most beautiful things I've ever heard in my life. It was gorgeous. Phil Smith ain't got nothing on this guy. Herseth, Mel, ain't got nothing on this guy. It was gorgeous. One of my other favorite things, Young Man with the Horn, okay? There was a scene from Christmas. He's in this smoky club with his buddy, the piano player, okay? And he's got his mute in, which I wish he didn't have the mute in, but he played Silent Night. And it was beautiful. You talk about laying down your sword and dagger. Just gorgeous. The point is, neither of them, their chops were almost identical. Neither of them had any stretch whatsoever. The tongue popped like you wouldn't believe. Every note, and we're going to talk about the clip down below. Neither of them was overblown. No histrionics like Maynard or anything like that. Just power, man. Tone, power. And endurance all night long. Just amazing. Okay, now, both hopeless alcoholics, and I wouldn't say that is a road to success, but don't laugh. How many musicians from the bebop era, how many their lives and their careers were absolutely traumatized because they were trying to emulate Charlie Parker and thought there was some sort of opening of the mind or something with the heroin addiction. So, don't kid yourself. That's part of being a musician, and they both, it ruined their careers. Harry James died at 67, Horst 55. Now, one more comparison, okay? Harry, again, I started a contortionist in the circus, moved up to a drummer in the circus band, and before you know it, he is leading the circus band with his father. He was a star. He moved right into the upper echelons of the music world, jazz, Glenn Miller and all that sort of stuff. Just all flawed. Very, very handsome guy, dating starlets, Betty Grable, and all that sort of stuff. Horst did not have that type of star fame. He was a member of two very, very influential radio orchestras, the Stuttgart, and there was another one. So he was on the airwaves all the time, but he was not dating starlets and everything. He was not a star in the traditional sense. But he was known as the German Harry James. Now, if I had to choose, now I said Horst and Harry. I don't want anybody to choose. I could have said Horst versus Harry. And when you do stuff like that, it's like, You almost have to tear one of them down to make your point at the other one. And I'm not going to go there. But if you're talking, and that's why I left the clip of the Harry Concerto, he may have more had, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe have had more virtuoso technique than just being a front guy, a lead player, and like Horst with just tones from heaven. Just tones from heaven. So anyway, that's it for me. Guys, get your 1SB. Horst, Harry, and Charlie Shavers. Come on. Come on. Anyway, that was just from the seat of my pants, guys. That just came to me this morning. I said, ooh, that'd be kind of cool. If anybody has any insight, please let me know. All right? All right. Love you all.